stories that matter to you. This is Fox 6 Wake Up News.
Now at 7, cracking down on COVID-19. The new rules in effect today for restaurants and bars in Milwaukee. And breaking news this morning, a terrorism investigation underway in France. Ahead, details on the attack that left 3 people dead.
Well, President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden are both converging on Florida today. I'm Doug Luzader in Washington. We'll tell you why and what the numbers look like in that state just ahead.
Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up on this Thursday morning. Hold on to your hats,
right.
your garbage
hair,
cans,
your
hair, your baby.
Yeah, that's right. There are bound to be a couple of tumbleweeds out there in the next 24 hours. I didn't look at Kim that way, in case you're wondering.
Right. I'm like, what are you saying?
I'm just saying, yeah, hang on to your hats, your hair, everything, your small reporters and anchors like Angelica.
With breaking news here this morning from overseas, 3 people dead after a knife attack in southern France. This happened outside of the Notre Dame Basilica Church in Nice, and police say the suspect was shot by officers but survived and is in custody at the hospital right now. Investigators think the attacker was acting alone, and they're not looking for others at this point. France's anti-terrorism prosecutor is handling the investigation, and this is the 3rd attack in France in just the last 2 months.
And now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic, a grim milestone for Wisconsin. The state ranking the 4th in the country for
5 more lives were lost, reported yesterday. With those cases surging, new rules going into effect today in Milwaukee.
Yeah, let's get out to Amelia Jones live in downtown on Old World 3rd Street with some tighter restrictions for businesses. Valen's photos as well.
It's 6:20 and new this morning. The family of an Illinois man demanding justice after he is shot and killed by police. Angelica with the new footage of the shooting that we are now seeing.
The city of Waukegan releasing body camera footage of a fatal shooting that happened last week.
6:21 on this Thursday morning. We're almost to the weekend.
Yeah.
One step closer.
Right. Thursday's like Friday's dress rehearsal. It's great.
Yes. Lots of kids probably trying on their costumes today, making sure everything's good to go.
Yeah, and it's definitely here. You got to make sure you've got that one right. And yeah, Halloween does look very nice. So let's get into it here. We'll look all the way through Halloween and all the way out to Election Day. But for now, we're looking at a relatively easygoing start in that we're not seeing any pouring rain, anything like that. But it is windy. This is a shot from Kenosha. The wind has been about 10 to 15 miles per hour on average. So certainly not too strong just yet. We've had the occasional wind gust in the 20-25 mile per hour range.
Adding up for Boeing.
The company now preparing for another round of massive layoffs. Boeing says it will slash 7,000 more jobs. That's on top of the 19,000 positions the company has already set.
Next at 11, a suspected act of terror in France. The new response from officials after 3 people died in the attack. Plus, Milwaukee updating its public health order, the impact on bars and restaurants as COVID-19 cases rise in Wisconsin.
And much cooler today, but there is a warm-up on the way.
Fox 6 News at 11 is next.
With stories that matter to you, this is Fox 6 News at 11.
The Wisconsin Republican Party chairman says hackers stole $2.3 million from an account dedicated to President Trump's re-election. This comes just 5 days until Election Day.
With stories that matter to you, this is Fox 6 News at 4.
Our big story today at 4, a young life taken. A Milwaukee family is demanding justice after a 7-year-old is killed in a fatal hit-and-run crash.
This is so sad. The child was in a vehicle with her mother. Fox 6's Angelica Sanchez joins us live. And Angie, this happened just 2 blocks away from their home, and they still don't know who hit them.
That's right, Ben and Stephanie. That collision happened right here behind me near 76 and Calumet. As you said, Ben,